Hey y'all, this is Jamie. Welcome back to my channel, and in today's video I wanted to go ahead and review a new palette from a pretty new indie brand called Chentilly Cosmetics. This is the Suns Out, Buns Out palette. But before we get into that, make sure that you subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you can be notified when I upload a new video. Also give this a thumbs up if you like my reviews and would like to see more from me. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, so first of all, this brand is called Chentilly Cosmetics. It was founded by a woman named Shay Dove. She and her husband founded it. I was reading earlier online. The story is after her husband got tired of watching her watch makeup videos, he suggested that she create her own brand of makeup. So the whole point of this brand is to emphasize the beauty of vibrant colors on women of color. So she wanted a brand in which the products would look good on people of all skin tones. So this is a pretty new brand. I think this palette was their first product to come out. I think this palette came out almost a year ago. I want to say it came out kind of the end of last summer. They do also have one other product. They have loose highlighters in several different shades. I've been kind of interested in this palette for a good 6 months now, but something was just keeping me from getting it. Probably because I had never heard of the brand before and it was one of the only products of the brand. Recently they were having a 50% off sale, so I went ahead and said, yeah, absolutely. It was already pretty reasonably priced to begin with, and then it was 50% off. So I think it was $20 and then it was 50% off. So I paid $10 for it. I think it was about $4.99 shipping, so I ended up paying a little over $15. They are having a sale right now in which you can take 30% off your first purchase with the code TILLY30. I will put that on the screen for you guys. So if you want this palette or interested in it, first of all, it's on sale right now. It's usually $25. It's on sale right now for $20, and then if you put that code in, you can get 30% off your first purchase. Let's go ahead and get into the actual product. So as I said before, the eyeshadow palette was the first product that this brand came out with. This is called the Suns Out, Buns Out palette. Super cute. It's got like a little cinnamon bun on the front. On the outside, we have this really cute cover, cinnamon bun on the beach. On the back, it is just kind of a gold shade with all of the social media for Chentilly Cosmetics. On the inside, we have a pretty sizable mirror. I'm sorry, I caught a glance at these little buns with their buns out. This is the actual palette. So this is a 12 shadow palette. It has 8 matte shades and 4 shimmer shades across the bottom. So as you can see, these are very vibrant shades. One of the things that really attracted me to this palette was the fact that it does have 8 matte shades. So I think I've said before in several different, I think every time I review an eyeshadow palette, I much prefer when an eyeshadow palette has a majority matte shades and then just a few shimmer shades sprinkled in. I feel like you get more out of a palette when you have a majority matte shades, because sometimes I've had palettes that only have like maybe 3 matte shades and the rest are shimmer or glitter or satin, and it's hard to create more than like 1 or 2 looks. When you have a palette that has a majority, like this is 8 to 4. And so there are so many different looks that you can create with those 8 matte shades and the 4 shimmer shades that are across the bottom. So that's something I really appreciate about this palette. I am going to be going through what is on my eyes today and kind of showing y'all how I created this look on my eyes. I'm not going to be talking much about what's on the rest of my face, but I will definitely link that in the description box down below. So first I'm going to go ahead and give you some swatches. So I went ahead and swatched all of the shades. So in this first row we have the shade Sandcastle, BBB, Sunny, and Hot Tamale. These were pretty pigmented. I was pretty impressed with them. Pretty much the color that you see in the palette is what you get on the skin. In the second row we have the shade Fuego, Nudie Booty, Honey Bun, and Sun Bum. These first 3 shades, the Fuego, Nudie Booty, and Honey Bun, those I actually had to go over a couple of times to get the amount of pigment that I got in the swatch. However, the shade Sun Bum, then you get quite a bit of color payoff. So then in the third and final row, we have the shimmer shades Mimosa, Glazed, Tan Lines, and Señorita. The shimmer shades, no joke, I'm not like exaggerating, lying, anything like that. The swatches that I just showed you, that is one swipe. And when I say one swipe, I mean one swipe. I'm going to show you all of the shimmer shades right now. Señorita. This is Fuego, Glazed, Tan Lines. So, I mean, look at that. That is one swipe. They are so pigmented. Like, it is so vibrant, so bright. I absolutely love these shimmer shades. I wanted to go ahead and go through how I created this look that I have on my eyes right now. So what I did first is I went into the shade Nudie Booty. That's kind of the lightest brown shade that they have in the palette, and I put that through my crease. I really liked how Nudie Booty came out on the eye. That's a great kind of perfect transition shade. So then to kind of darken up the outer edges, I went into the shade Sandcastle. I used that to darken up the outer edges. This one, it's really weird because there's almost no kick up in the palette for the shade Sandcastle, but there is for a lot of the other matte shades. And Sandcastle almost seems like it's a little harder pressed in the palette. So I wasn't able to get a whole lot of color payoff kind of in the first couple tries, but I was able to build it up enough. It's not very pigmented when you first go in. You kind of have to build it up, but sometimes that's better than having a lot of pigment just right off the bat. I really liked that shade as well though. It blended very nicely. For my shimmer shade, I took the shade Tan Lines just on my finger and I went in all over the lid. Now this one is such a beautiful shade. This is one of my favorite shimmer shades ever. I love the kind of coppery bronzy shimmer. I feel like that complements my hair and my skin tone pretty well and the color of my eyes. That's my absolute favorite shimmer shade. It is so unbelievably pigmented, but it's not super textured on the eye. So I've had experience with some shimmer shades in which it's very pigmented, but it looks like there are a lot of cracks and creases in your eye because it's so unbelievably textured and kind of piled up. This one is not like that at all. It's very nice and smooth while still giving you a lot of impact. I did create a look yesterday with this palette, which I will be putting up at the beginning of next week, so stay tuned for that. So my next tutorial will be using this palette right here, and I will be creating a more colorful look. So all in all, I will say I think this palette is wonderful. I absolutely love it. This is a very small indie brand. I don't know that a lot of people have heard of it, but definitely spread the word. This is wonderful. So I would definitely recommend going online and ordering this, especially if you can get it. It's on sale right now. If you use that code TILLY30, you can get an extra 30% off. So this is, right now it is on sale for $20. I would highly recommend it. I give this an A+. I will definitely continue using it, hopefully coming out with more tutorials. Stay tuned for that tutorial with this palette, more colorful tutorial that is coming out next week. So that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already and hit that notification bell so you can be notified when I upload a new video. That is it for me today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye y'all.